This video showcases the beautiful Stralsunder Lenormand. This is a historic deck. Hey everyone, today's the last of 3 videos I'm doing on the Fate Line, the last 4 cards in 8x4 plus 4 Grand Tableau. It is really important that if you use the near far method to understand that the house cards are not used in near far method. The timing is determined on the distance of the card from its significator, and that determines timing. It's going to happen imminently, is it going to happen later? And each card has its own attribute, and not all cards have a timing attribute. But what we'll be talking about today is the houses that are used in more of a time flow Grand Tableau. So if the significator lands in the middle, that's the present line, and every card to the left is the past, every card to the right is the future. There are times if you were to try using the near far method with this time flow method, they're in conflict with each other. So there's certain, for example, the ring, when it lands on the left, that may mean something that different than if it lands on the left of the significator in a timeline flow. So one may be saying it's over, and the other may be saying it's coming. It's a totally different experience. So pick your method, near far or the timeline with the houses. This will be talking about the houses and how they apply. We'll be using the beautiful Stralsunder Lenormand on a Grand Tableau cloth that I made, that I use. I love to use it so the clients can see the houses too if we talk about that. And here we go. Let's take a look. This is a lot of fun to explore. So here's our Grand Tableau, and what I've done is set up the cards on their own houses. So it's the 8x4 plus 4 spread. Rider is number 1, so it's on house 1. Clover is card number 2, so it's on house 2. Ship is 3, 4, and we go all the way through to the Fate line. And this is the line that we'll be talking about today. So let's zoom right in there and take a look. So the 4 cards that we have here are the key, fish, anchor, and cross. So the spread always ends in this heavy kind of what they're dealing with. What are they going to get through the length of this Grand Tableau, the next 3 or 4 months, or whatever you already have established the timeline to be. If you were to read these cards, so typically we don't read houses, they're read underneath the color, the card that lands on top of them. So, but we don't usually read them in and of themselves. But one day I took a look at them and I realized, yeah, Rider, that first card, it's about a message coming through, and that's what the Grand Tableau is. It's a message coming through. And this last card set right here is about, if you would interpret this as if it were a spread, you would say this is a solution to be determined, to find value. What is staying that is causing a problem? What are they going through? So it's almost like the value that they're getting, the key to this is that they are going through it and grieving it. There's a processing period. There's something very valuable about this that they're learning. They say we do learn through pain, and those are teaching experience for our lives. But basically the spread tells us what it's for. A heavy burden that's long-term staying, where we can find worth or value in our life, something, how can we make it a better value? And that is a key, some kind of solution that's super important to our world and to our life. So sorting this out, finding the value in long-term in our life, is getting through it in a heavy way. So if you, however you slice these cards, the house cards on the Fate line are already defining themselves. And it's a super important message that this person is getting through, a teachable moment in their life to help them see things differently, to process. So they're in that kind of liminal space where you're kind of sorting it out and figuring it out before you can get over that cross to the other side. And that is our Fate line. Super important, the processing. And it's the key. And we all know the importance of the key, because the key is about finding the solution, getting to the other side, sorting it all out. So super important line of cards here that define for us what they mean.